Our inspirational speaker serving our gathering this week will be Darrin Ford. Darrin is a trustee with SCoA, as well as the Media Center Director. Darrin's passion is healing and inspiring and encouraging others on their spiritual path. Darrin was attuned as a Reiki master in 2004 and continues to work on becoming a better medium and spiritual leader. A warm Harmony Harbor welcome to Darrin this evening.
Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I've heard a lot of people talking that this week feels like one of the longest weeks ever, so I don't know if that feels the same thing to you. But as fast as this year is going, I will take one slow week, even if it was long. So I'm going to start off with a poem. This poem is from hellopoetry.com and is written by Myna. A love letter to me. This letter is truly and doubtlessly a letter to the only person who will be left when everyone else is gone. To the woman in my life, to my love, my life, my everything, to me. Dear me, you, the way that you are, is perfect. You, with your little struggles you bear, with all the strength you carry so desperately around, finding a way to use it in your everyday life. You, with all your words stuck in your throat that you are scared to say out loud, so you write them down. You, with your smart mouth, trying to make this world a better place. You, who has already realized that you must better yourself first to better others. You are all, though perfect, in your own way. And yes, times are tough back then, but you were tougher. You mastered to overcome your biggest fear, the fear to stand for what you want, to love yourself entirely. And even though your self-love has improved so much over these past few years, you must learn a lot. You will have to endure a lot of pain and gain and a lot of strength. Self-love is a lifetime process. My wonderful, beautiful love. You carry mountains on your back and universes in your mind. And every single day you wake up, you are a better version of yourself. Whatever you wish to do, do so. This is your life and you have to hold the upper hand in it. You have to be your own master. Yes, let life be taught by others. Watch them live, but never become someone else's while observing. God did their best in making you special and unique. Do not destroy their work of art by intimidating. Learn, observe, master. Once you can rely on yourself, you are ready to change the world. The world is waiting for you to make it the place it deserves to be. A good place, a place with no fear and no terror, a place people can feel secure and love. Make this not only a version, but the reality. Do your best at whatever you have reached at the end of the day. You did your best. You were great. You could not have done any better. I am so proud of you, and I love you. To the dearest, most beautiful person on this planet, me. I love that. I mean, that spoke a whole lot to me, something I needed at the moment when I read this as I was preparing this. And, I thank Spirit for the inspiration to me so that hopefully I can inspire you. And that's something that really bounced out for me. So let's embark today on a journey inward, a pilgrimage to the very heart of our spiritual being, self-love. Not as vanity, but as a sacred foundation upon which all true spiritual growth rests. What do you see when you look in the mirror? I've been thinking a lot about life before mirrors. I would assume you would guess what your face looks like based on the others and what they look like around you, seeing their facial expressions, picking up on facial cues and body language. But you can only see a small percentage of your own body. Not like today, where I can pay attention to my little video box and see parts of myself I normally cannot see while in the wakened state. And I do say wakened state because I think in my dream state I see more of me than I do in reality. So I can focus on my hands, I can focus on my belly, and those are usually the most things on my thoughts when I think of self. But consider the infant, a pure vessel of spirit. At approximately 18 months, a remarkable shift occurs. While using the mirror test, also known as the Rouge test, used with human children, using Rouge makeup, an experimenter puts a dot on their face, whether on their nose or their cheek. And then the child, while looking in the mirror, sees the reactions and can notice that the reactions are monitored. Depending on the child's development, distinct categories are responsive and demonstrated. This test is widely cited as the primary measure for mirror self-recognition in human children. A simple act of placing the rouge on the child's nose reveals a profound moment, self-recognition. This is the nascent spark of self-awareness, the I am. This moment, though seemingly small, marks the beginning of our lifelong relationship with ourselves. Let's ask, why is this important? Because the initial I am sets the stage of how we perceive and treat the I am throughout our lives. If the initial I am is surrounded by love and acceptance, this sets a healthy foundation. But what happens if it's not? Well, time and work and understanding further of consciousness and life can help change that. And it may take a little bit longer to deep dive into that self-expression, self-knowledge, to be able to help find that self-love. Eckhart Tolle talks about the ego in the I am. Tolle uses the phrase I am to describe a state of being fully present, aware, and connected to the now, rather than being caught up in thoughts about the past or future. The I am state is seen as a way to move beyond the ego, which is often characterized by a sense of separation and identification with thoughts and emotions. There are two dimensions to who you are. The first is what sometimes is called surface I. And again, this is all from Eckhart Tolle. The person with a past and future. This is your historical identity, maybe hysterical, depending on how you're looking at it, which is relatively fragile because the past and future only exist as thought forms or concepts in the mind. You can't physically see your past and you can't physically touch your future. Most people on the planet are completely identified with the surface I. The second dimension to who you are is what I like to call the deep I. The most vital realization in your lifetime is to see that in addition to being a historical person or a surface I, you are most fundamentally the deep I. The realization frees you from looking only to the surface I for your ultimate sense of identity where it can never be found. It frees you from the frustrating sense that there's always something missing or not quite right in life. So how do you realize it? You realize it in the gap between two thoughts, the space in which the historical person or the surface I momentarily subsides and disappears. What's left of you is nothing that you could talk or even understand conceptually. All you know is there is an underlying sense of presence, of beingness, that is at once still, alert, and vitally alive. This is what it means to become aware of awareness. The practice is to invite moments of presence into your daily life so that you don't spend your entire day dragged along by the stream of thought in the mind. It is important to recognize that the surface I and the deep I are ultimately not separate. The surface I is a manifestation of consciousness in the same way that the ripple of the surface of an ocean is a manifestation of the ocean. It's only when the ripple is unaware that it is the ocean that a sense of separateness arises, which of course is an illusion. The realization of yourself as the deep I is so freeing, so liberating, because you are being liberated from the burden of knowing yourself only as the surface I and its so-called drama. When you realize yourself as the deep I, it enables you to have compassionate attitude towards everything that makes up the surface I, your physical form, your personal identity, or the historical person, the thoughts and emotions you experience, and so on. It also gives you access to true creativity and true intelligence, both of which are rooted in the formless dimension. We yearn to love, for connection, for validation. This is a natural, beautiful desire. But here's the spiritual truth. Until we cultivate a deep, unwavering love within ourselves, external love remains obscured, like a reflection in a clouded mirror. We may receive it, but we won't truly recognizing it, often misinterpreting it or pushing it away. Let us gently explore a profound truth, a whisper from the heart of our spiritual being. We often find ourselves seeking validation, a sense of worth from the world that is around us. We look into the smiles of others, the applause of achievement, the reflections in the eyes of those that we love. And while their expressions and affection are beautiful, they can at times lead us astray. Imagine a gentle stream flowing from a pure crystalline spring deep within. The spring is our connection to the divine, the source of our inherent worth. It is a wellspring of love, of wisdom, of boundless potential. Each of us carries a spring within, a sacred, eternal essence. Yet sometimes we allow the world to build dams and diversions along this stream. We construct our sense of value upon shifting sands and external opinion. We measure ourselves against fleeting standards, forgetting the constant, unwavering love that flows from our inner spring. From a spiritual perspective, this seeking, this resilience of external validation creates a subtle disconnection. It's not a harsh serving, but a gentle veiling or softening of our awareness of the inner source. It's as if a soft mist descends, obscuring the radiant light of our divine connection. We begin to believe that our worth is contingent, that it depends on what we do, what we possess, or what others think of us. We forget that we are, each and every one of us, inevitably valuable. We are expressions of the divine, unique and precious, like individual stars in a vast, luminous sky. I love the sound of that one. I did steal that one too. Think of a wildflower blooming in a hidden meadow. It doesn't need the praise of a passerby to be beautiful. It simply unfolds according to its nature, a testament to the beauty of creation. We too are creations of that same beauty. Our inherent worth is not something we earn, but something we remember. It is a birthright, a gift bestowed upon us by the very source of life. It is the gentle whisper of the divine, reminding us that we are loved, that we are cherished, that we are enough just as we are. The journey inward, the spiritual path, is about removing the mist, about clearing the diversions and allowing a gentle stream of our divine connection to flow freely once more. It's about remembering the radiant light that shines within us, the light that no external circumstance can dim. When we remember, we are truly embrace our inherent worth, we begin to live from a place of deep peace and authenticity. We no longer seek validation from the outside, for we know with unwavering certainty that we are loved, that we are valued, and that we are whole. And in that knowing, we become a beacon of love for the world, reflecting the radiant light from our own divine connection. In today's society, it's hard to find time alone without a device showing us what others are doing or reacting to worldly events. Until the modern age, humans knew little about what was happening further than their community or state or country. Now we have access to news and communities around the world all at our fingertips. This is a change we are still coping with as our consciousness expands. This makes it harder to be spiritual and expand from within, opposing to seek worth and recognition from the outside. Consider the wisdom of spirit shamans across cultures. They often undergo rigorous initiations, periods of isolation and introspection. This is not about self-punishment. It's about foregoing the unbreakable bond with the inner self. They understood and understand that true power, true healing originates from within. The Andin Pagos, they speak of Ani, A-Y-N-I, reciprocal energy. But this reciprocating begins with honoring and loving one's own spirit. And by honoring and loving one's own spiritual gifts, spirit gives away the energy to then help the community. While Ani became state policy in the Inca Empire, it actually transcends the philosophical concept and became a way of living. In practice, Ayani takes place as Faina, F-A-E-N-A. Faina is the communal work that is done to benefit someone in the community or the whole community. It's usually done one day of the week and with at least one representative of each family. This is how the Alto Progreso built stairs for their community and how they carved out a small soccer field at the top of a rocky hill with no machinery. The Siberian shamans, their spirit journeys are deeply personal, a confrontation with the shadows and the reclamation of inner light. They teach to heal others, you must first heal yourself. We kind of just talked about that in the discussion before this. African traditional healers, they emphasize the importance of Ubuntu, the interconnectedness of all beings. But they also stress that you cannot give what you do not possess. You must first love yourself to truly love another. Many non-dominant cultures around the globe honor the principle that all living things are interdependent and inseparable parts of the larger whole. The search for a stronger connection to our lives and institutions require a rediscovery, not a new invention. The paradigms of independence always have existed. By drawing upon both current and ancient wisdom, we can build a bridge across the ages and cultures between us and them and begin to relearn how to live from that special place. So, how do we cultivate this sacred self love? Mindful presence. Become aware of your inner dialogue. Replace self criticism with compassion. Honor your needs. Prioritize self care. Listen to your body, your spirit. Forgiveness. Release the burdens of past mistakes. Forgive yourself as you would forgive a beloved friend. Embrace your authentic self. Celebrate your unique gifts and imperfections. That's right, celebrate those imperfections. You are a divine creation. So, in closing, I have another poem I would like to read. This is again from the same website, and this is by Mel. This is Clarity. Let the love you form for you be as formless as the soul that soothes and ebbs and flows, bringing you to see. So you can see divinity, reflecting you with cosmic sight. Your darkness grew as bright light. As first within, but just be still, and watch as it begins to fill all you see with all you seek. Your clearer sight forms new beliefs. The clouds all part and let you rise as you let go of what you won't bloom and dance away the heat of June. The summer sun has grown with you, the shining through the cracks they left, your lossless glow with every step. This new self-love you won't forget. You are worth love simply because you exist. You are a radiant spark of the divine. Embrace your inherent worthiness. Polish the scarred mirror of your soul. When you do, you will not only recognize the love that surrounds you, but you will become a beacon of love for the world. Let your self-love be the foundation of your spiritual journey. Many blessings to you.